Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Simply Stocks, and today I'm going to talk about Agrotech Foods, which is a growth story, but the numbers have not been that great for the last 2-3 quarters, and the September numbers have not been that great either. So let's discuss about the numbers and let's discuss about what needs to be done. So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation, and people taking any position to any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research, and I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Before I talk about Agrotech Foods, a small request: kindly support me on Patreon. Once you do that, help me grow the channel, help you also ask me questions and eke out answers in greater detail. Once you get the $10 membership, you'll have access to my portfolio, my watch list, and number of podcasts I put up from time to time. And also, if you can pay $100 upfront, you get 1 year access by paying for 10 months. For detailed market or company talk or number of stocks you're holding, you need to discuss the portfolio, etc. You can directly email me and we can work things out with a fee. And also, if you cannot pay on Patreon, you can become a WhatsApp member as well. Now let's discuss about Agrotech Foods. Before I discuss about the company, just an update at home. So things are alhamdulillah better, and my wife is back home. So hopefully things should get better from here on in. Next 1 month is extremely crucial, so pray for that. But it is stable at the moment, and that's why I'm making this video after a hiatus of about 3 weeks. Kindly do support me here, like the video and watch it, share it so that the views increase. I really need all your support, whatever that is possible from your end, and hopefully now videos as well as Patreon updates and everything should start trickling in from this week onwards. So anybody who has left Patreon because of the fact that for the last 3 weeks you are not getting updates, you can probably join again by the end of the month or next month, and things should be streamlined by probably in the next 1 week or so. So that's for the Patreon members, those who have supported me all throughout this tough time. Extremely thankful to you, and strong gratitude to all of you. So let's discuss about Agrotech Foods. So they provide packaged foods, and the customers are both retail and corporate members affiliated to Con Agro Food Inc. USA, and it has brands like Agro popcorns, and that has been doing well. The other brands include forms of sundrop oils, nachos, and diet snacks. Now this is in a very competitive market. If you look at it, Agrotech Foods has gone into the healthy snack food market, in which there are a lot of companies that have got in there, which were into, you can say, snack market, say Pepsi and Coke, etc., and many other companies which were into providing, you can say, binge food, etc. They have gone into healthy snacks and healthy foods, especially after the pandemic. So one has to take that into account. If you look at the financials, so these are the Q2 numbers, the September quarter numbers that has just come in. So the sales went down by around 8%, and we had a profit drop from around 5 crores. It is down to 3 crores. So it is a drop of around 40%. And pandemic has made things even worse, and people are now looking to probably get into food habits in which they either cook at home, make fresh foods, or order online through online platforms rather than buying into packaged food. So that's where things have gotten a little bit tougher for this market. Return on equity of 7% is not that great, and margins at 4% in a consumer industry. Well, it is a very competitive industry, and that's why margins are at 4%. But if you look at in terms of the stock market, there are many companies that have margins of 30, 40, 50% into different domains, different industries, and people look for those companies. And that's why the stock has not done that well, because the growth on the profit front, growth on the sales front have not been that great compared to what it used to be before the pandemic. So some of the problem areas for the companies, that the promoter holding is low here, and the promoter holding is not increasing even when the stock price has fallen and the numbers are not trickling in. So that has not given any big confidence to the, you can say, shareholders or prospective shareholders. The growth over 5 years have not been that great, and especially in the last 1 year or so, it has degrown. The business has degrown compared to other consumer businesses that have come back into focus and and have been doing well. a very competitive market. As I said, many other companies or brands that were into providing snack foods and completely binge foods have gone into a healthy snack market and healthy food market. So it has become a very competitive market, and raw material cost has skyrocketed over the last 12 months. We have seen, because of the higher oil prices, higher raw material cost, there have been a lot of problems in, you can say, logistics of providing raw materials such as cereals, etc., from Europe to Asian countries. And things are not that great on that front, that the raw material cost has gone up sharply. Political uncertainty globally has meant that their global sales have not been that great. European problems have also hurt this company as well, because they have exposure to Europe and US as well. If you look at the technicals, then it has been very weak on the charts. And yes, after hitting 730, 740 on the charts, the stock has come back, and the stock is back to around 770, 780. Probably a dip towards 740, 750 will be a very good opportunity to buy. I think 700 should hold, and numbers need to improve. So my point here is that if you want to buy technically, probably buy on dips of 4 5%, and then take a trade of 15%, 10 15% move, and just book profits. If you want to buy long term, wait for numbers to improve, only then get into the stock. So in my opinion, buy, if you really want to buy as an SIP after you probably see that the numbers are improving. If you have bought into the stock, don't increase your holding unless it falls sharply to say closer to 700. I think numbers should pick up once European and US, you can say, conditions improve. Things should get better on that front, and once things move, this can be 4 to 5 times. I believe that once numbers starts improving, the stock is relatively cheap compared to, you can say, stocks in the consumer market, especially consumer food market. Stocks trade at 80, 90, 100 p. But for that to happen, I'm sorry, for that to happen, the numbers need to keep on improving. The numbers need to be much better than what it is currently. We are seeing decrease in profitability. So in that regard, the bottom line needs to increase sharply, and the margins need to improve. We are seeing better uptake in terms of in terms of raw material cost, which has come down. So probably from December onwards, the numbers should be better. But wait for those numbers to pick up, and then buy afresh if you have not bought into it. If you have already invested into it, don't increase your holding, hold on to the stock, because uh, things are improving. So do not sell your holding, but for buying fresh, you need to wait for the numbers to improve on the bottom line. So this was my video on Agrotech Foods. Please like and subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get my videos straight away when I post it. Kindly support me on Patreon, and hopefully now videos should be regular on YouTube. And kindly do become a member on Patreon, because the updates will start trickling in. Thanks a lot.